Need a hand? Discover where to find help in this episode of 5 Minutes Closer. I'm Vaughn Weatherford, and this is 5 Minutes Closer. For the next 5 minutes, let's explore some biblical truths and apply them to your life. No podcast, including this one, can transform your life or give you what you really need. Only Jesus can do that. You can find out why in what I've called the first five episodes of 5 Minutes Closer. Each following episode explores scriptural truths that, if you follow them, will bring you 5 minutes closer to the person God created you to be. Let's see if we can get you 5 minutes closer. We live in a world built for adults. Everything is adult-sized. If you're a kid, you spend each day trying to grab things that are just beyond your reach. That's why my sister and I used the Boost. When the cookie jar was too far back on the counter, I asked my sister to give me a boost. She promptly responded by holding her hands together, creating a human stepladder. The cookies were in my grasp, as long as I shared them with my sister. Moses and the nation of Israel needed a boost. Fortunately, Moses found the help that he and they needed. It's described in Exodus chapter 17, verse 11. Whenever Moses held up his hand, Israel prevailed, and whenever he lowered his hand, Amalek prevailed. Here's what was happening. The people of Israel faced yet another challenge on their journey through the wilderness. This time, a group of nomads called the Amalekites attacked the Israelites. The Bible doesn't tell us why they attacked. Maybe they just wanted the Israelites to stay off their lawn. Whatever the reason, Moses took Aaron and Hur to the top of a mountain overlooking the battle and prayed for God's deliverance, while he held the staff of God that featured so prominently in times of God's deliverance. The Israelites prevailed in their battle as long as Moses held this powerful symbol of God's presence. But Moses' arms grew tired. Eventually, he had to lower the staff. When he did, the battle turned against the nation of Israel. This wasn't some kind of magical hocus pocus. God was teaching Moses and the people of Israel a vital lesson. They would prevail as long as they relied on God. They would falter when they took their focus off of him. Aaron and Hur saw Moses falter, and they stepped in to help. It's recorded in verse 12. But Moses' hands grew weary, so they took a stone and put it under him, and he sat on it, while Aaron and Hur held up his hands, one on one side and the other on the other side. So his hands were steady until the going down of the sun. Joshua and the men of Israel would win the battle that day because Moses kept his staff in the air, and Aaron and Hur came along Moses and held up his arms. Did you notice how many components there are in that story? Moses following God's command, Aaron and Hur standing alongside Moses holding up his arms, Joshua and the men of Israel fighting the battle. All of them recognized one thing that Moses would commemorate after the battle was over. He built an altar to God and called it Jehovah Nissi, which means the Lord is my banner. This was a day Moses never wanted to forget. He never wanted to forget the power of prayer. He never wanted to forget that when he needed help, God was there. He never wanted to forget that there were those who were willing to stand alongside him. And Moses never wanted to forget who it was who had delivered them all. The Lord is my banner. Moses may have felt very alone on the mountain, but he wasn't. Aaron and Hur were there to help him when his arms grew tired. Sometimes we're Moses. Sometimes we're Aaron and Hur. But all the time, we should remember we are not alone. Most importantly, God was there. That's why Moses built the altar and named it, "The Lord is my banner." It was a reminder that God is always there. Moses was not alone. The nation of Israel was not alone. Neither are we. The Lord is your banner, too. And now, you're 5 minutes closer. My prayer is that these 5 minutes have challenged you, inspired you, and caused you to consider applying God's message for your life from His Word. To find out more, visit our website at 5minutescloser.com. Join me next time to see if we can get you 5 minutes closer.